Hello, all you fine folks out there, and welcome to the Side Order. I'm your host, Odinson, and this is BLOOMBURROW and my thoughts on it. We're here in MTG Arena, so I could show you some of the cards, get my thoughts about the set and whatnot. But hey, before we get to all of that, I'm gonna give you my usual plug to hey, please like, subscribe, comment, all that stuff. We'd love to have you. And here at the Cyber, you will always have a seat at the table. So pull up a chair and join me. That out of the way. Let's get into Bloomburrow and my thoughts on it. Now, first thing to point out is I do have an actual amount of the actual physical cards. If I could arrange to actually show them to you, I would, but for varying reasons I can't. So I have actually played with the set in real physical life. I bought a couple of different pieces of the set, so I'll give you my thoughts on that as well. Overall, just to get it right out of the way, I like this new set. I like it a lot. The theme of it is enchanting, and I like it. I don't find it off-putting or anything. The new mechanics are fantastic. They work well. They seem fairly well balanced in terms of play. We haven't hit anything yet in our gaming sessions that's really game-breaking, so that's nice. I mean, there's some stuff that's a little ridiculously powerful. Like our auger here is got some punch. Uh, my brother for one of the seasons, sorry, one of those, yeah, season of the burn, one of the season cookies. And it's the white one that you can pick five modes, like five balls worth of modes. Those cards are astounding. The white and the black ones are kind of broken. And I think that maybe those cards are going to have to maybe be restricted or banned in the future. Well, I myself haven't given it enough thought or anything to actually come up with a way to break the game with them. And I don't know, some about them seems like I probably could, or someone probably will or could figure out a good way to break the game. So that being said, I want to talk about the mechanics, the offspring mechanic. I am actually a huge fan of this offspring mechanic. It's pretty cool. It doesn't tend to overpower the board since the token you're producing is also only a 1/1. So while you do get another copy of the ability, I find that they've kept the abilities low enough that except on rares or mythics or whatever, you're not getting something that's going to destroy the game. I mean, now some of them are, take for instance Darkstar Augur. I mean, if you build the right black deck, this thing could be, you play it, then you win the game on the next turn. You really could. As So that is a little bit maybe power, but for the most part, it's not really too bad. The Offspring, I like it. I think they've done a fairly good job balancing it. That it's not really going to break anything. These talents are quite interesting. The green one, which of course I have the green one. I unfortunately don't have a lot of. I do actually. Wait, no, that's not the one I meant. There's another one of these that's green. Even this one though is pretty good. I have this card in my commander deck. Speaking about the actual physical product, if I do have one small complaint, and I know I'm not the only one who's complained about this, that is a lot of times you don't get the token you need for offspring. Just because you might get this guy in a pack doesn't mean you get his token, which can be a little bit annoying. I was watching a video earlier today on YouTube, and I noticed multiple packs being opened where they were drawing a token for a card that was not in the pack. I really think they need to address that. Personally, I find it incredibly frustrating not having the proper token that I need. Having to remember, oh yeah, this is actually this. It's also a way for people to cheat if you're not really paying attention to what, and go this one, no, that's actually this one with this ability. And we see that being a problem in the future, so I think they really need to address the token problem. It is. Yeah, they should really be including the actual tokens in them. And I found it weird that they don't, because as I said, I have a BLOOMBURROW commander deck. I recently decided to cave in to what everyone's telling me around me and play commander. By the way, commander is a lot of fun. I was wrong. Yeah, I'll admit that freely. I was totally wrong about that format. It's fun as hell. Anyway, so I did buy a pre-con. I got the animated army red green raccoon deck. Big trash, do smash, a lot of fun. I also ended up getting the not like the little box of boosters. I can't remember exactly what it's called. There's one that comes in like the card case. The die, 9 booster packs, a bunch of other stuff. But I got one of those as well as a pre-card deck, a commander deck. I use both those things to make my commander deck better. I'm quite happy with my commander deck. The raccoons are a lot of fun to play. And I've actually won a couple of games with them. So with the modifications I've made, they're actually pretty good. My brother got the bird deck, and he's loving that. Of course, he got a season with Burrow and Invocation. A lot of things in his have made his deck a lot stronger. I've been having a hard time playing him off. So, as for the physical product, again, all the way great. Got a lot of good pulls out of our stuff. I'm actually thinking of holding a secondary commander thing. That's interesting. Rabbits. Got a couple of rabbits that have made good commanders. I've got an idea brewing in my head for Gale and the Haymaker League. Especially with how much tokens rabbits produce. Now, the other mechanic that was brought forth in this one was gift a such and such. The two most common seem to be gift a tapped fish, which I find amusing because, as everyone in this are all little critters and animals, I feel like you're trying to bribe them with food. Oh, here, have a fish, and you do this. It amuses me, gifting a fish. The other one, I don't seem to have a card that actually does it. But the other thing is, of course, the gifted card seems to be one that is extremely popular. I like that they brought Threshold back. I don't know if in today's Magic environment, Threshold is actually going to be useful. I feel like most games of Magic these days, unless you're playing Commander, are going to be over before you have a chance to get anywhere near Threshold unless you build your deck around getting Threshold. I don't know as though there's enough cards in this set to actually do that. So I'm not sure about Threshold in this set. I'm not sure if that's going to be a good thing or not. As far as the whole series, they know so there's going to be enough of it or enough mechanics to put stuff into the graveyard to make it worth it. Also, this guy amuses the hell out of me. His name, or long year of it's. Yeah, thoughts on the set. I mean, any kind of deck you're looking, if you need to build, you can almost guarantee to archetype creatures into it along those colors, and they gain other useful powers or be similar in things. Like a lot of creature archetypes, but they have kind of, I don't know, ramped it up. And because they've actually done it in a way that not every bats, like for example, black white creature, raccoons are red green, others are blue red, so on and so forth. Frogs are blue green, lizards are red black. Everyone has a creature type. Mice are red white, rabbits are green white. But anyway, they type all the creatures types, of course, have two colors, but they also print mono-colored versions of all those creatures. So even if you're not trying to build an archetype deck, but you are building a mono-colored deck, you'll have a variety of useful creatures. And will be restricted to an archetype because they do this print multiple archetypes per color. Because of just the fact that each color appears 3 times. So that makes it a lot easier to build diverse decks in single color, at least from my thoughts. So all in all, my thoughts on BLOOMBURROW are all the way positive. I've heard some slight quality control issues. I've not experienced that myself. Now, we like this set enough that we will be getting more of it. As a matter of fact, after I'm done my streams tonight, my brother comes home. Our plan is to actually play some Magic. At least as of the day I'm recording this. I don't think this is going to be the same day as I'm recording it. But nonetheless, even on my upcoming day off on Wednesday, that's usually a day I play Magic. And I'm looking forward to it this week. I've got some new stuff to play. I finally got into Commander. So yeah, I played this game for a long time. I started playing Magic in the year 2000. I believe that Arcadian Masks was correct at the time I started playing this game. I know that in that summer is when Invasion came in, and that was the first set I bought a whole booster box of. Is Invasion. And for years after that, I played consistently for about 5 years after that. Took second place in a regional tournament in Arcbound Ravager deck. And if you're an old player, you'll remember that. The Arcbound Ravager was tore this game up. Arcbound Ravager decks were just a threat to everything. I know, I took second. Anyway. And I quit playing for a long time. 5, 6 years. Came back in 2011. 2010, 2011. Stopped playing again until just this year. It was my longest break from Magic from playing it, and there was a lot of differences. Some I like. I like the new Mulligan rule. I like the new way that Magic is typed in terms of gameplay. I hadn't played in so long until I came back to it recently. If you'd asked me what type of Magic I play, I would have told you Type 2 Unlimited. That doesn't even make sense anymore in this day and age. Yeah, that doesn't even make sense in this day. I like this game. Anyway, doesn't make sense in this game. I like the Mulligan rule. I like the new type variants. Commander is a lot more fun than I thought it would. It kind of turns out that it's more or less the way I've always been playing this game because I've always enjoyed playing multiplayer games more than sitting down and playing it one-on-one, and I know I'm weird that way, but that's always been what I like. And I almost always have built my decks around that kind of game, which means without even realizing it, I've been more or less always building decks for Commander. It was kind of the Magic format, and I didn't know I always wanted. Yeah, so I've been enjoying that. Other rule changes I am a fan of Well, mostly the mulligan rule. I'm not a fan of the removal of mana burn. I think that is watered down and diluted the skill level of the game. A lot of times when you have a lot of mana production, the challenge can be trying not to take extra damage while trying to pay for your spells. And I find the removal of that to be a simplification of the game that I do not like. However, all that being said, love the new set, love the new mechanics, love the creature archetypes, wish they had a little bit better quality control. That is my thoughts on Bloomburrow. Thank you all very, very much for listening to me ramble about this for the last 20 minutes or however long it's been. I will see you all on live stream. I will see you all on future videos. This has been Odinson, and this has been the Side Order. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I will see you all next time.